Richard Mabey presents.
Hello, YouTube friends. This is Richard Mabey with Richard Mabey Presents. It's Wednesday, April 3rd, 2024 at 3:14 in the afternoon. So what a show, what a show, what a show, what a show, what a show got planned. Hope I got planned to go through some of my Charlton comic books. Now, a lot of people have been asking me the Macari thing, and I'm like Felix Unger with the camera. So go on Macari, but go on Macari Batman comics. Then scroll down some Batman comics until you come to EC, Seller EC maybe. Click onto that specific Batman comic book, and then follow. It just stopped raining about 10 minutes ago. It was a downpour. I mean, it was a torrential downpour. So I got the water. I got my bird bats filled. I got my bird bats filled with fresh rainwater. It's pretty cool. So anyway, Charlton comic books. They were almost like the Avis had a campaign. We're number two. We try harder. Was it Avis? No. Yeah, Avis. Avis. Competing with Hertz Rent-A-Car, and they had a really clever in the 60s and 70s. We're number two. We try harder. So, but Charlton, I don't know where Charlton fit in. I'm sure. Let's say 1966. I think this is the way the lineup was. Let's say I started collecting comic books really full gear 4th grade. Stu and I started collecting comic books about 4th grade. So 59, 60, 61, 62. Say about 1962. This was the lineup. DC, Marvel, and then I'm saying Dell, which around 1962, 63 became Gold Key. So I'm going to put them third. Now somewhere in the lineup is Archie. But Charlton had such a wide variety of comic books. It was westerns, love stories. They had some superheroes. They had like wannabe Twilight Zone stories, horror stories, and they had race car stories and motorcycle stories and all. It was just like war stories. It was such a vast array of subjects and themes. Now their artwork, in other words, it wasn't that Jack Kirby, Bob Kane kind of thing. But their artwork was decent. It wasn't superb. It wasn't outrageously great. It was okay, like it was in like that B- C+ grade, But I always liked Charlton, and for some reason, Moe's Sweet Shop in Lincoln Park, Moe did not carry a lot of Charlton comics. He had a few, but there was a sweet shop or a candy store like 2 miles in the southern portion of Lincoln Park. They called it Amels, and they had the spinner wheel, which I really never liked the spinner wheel, and I'll go into that in a minute. But Moe had the back of the sweet shop. He had like it was like a little shelving, and then at the end of the shelving was like a little molding, and you would put the comic books would lean on the wall. Now, in a spinner wheel, the spinner wheel, like say this is the comic book, but part of it would flop over because it was like totally perpendicular, whereas like at Moe's on the shelving it would lean back. So that's one of the things about Amy's, and plus it was 2 miles away. It was like you had to go a mile, you had to go all the way down Main Street and then down Boonton Turnpike. But it was always that little bend. And even then, I'm 4th grade. How old are you in 4th grade? Like 8 years old? I was 9. You're 9 years old. And I was always aware of that, like getting that bend, like right in the middle, it would be this bend, fold. But anyway, that's where I got a lot of my Charlton at Amos. And I always felt like I was betraying Mo. It's like, we go to Mountain View or Wayne, and Dad would stop off because I like Charlton. It's like I always felt like I was betraying. Your 12-cent comic book, I felt like I was betraying. But I got a lot of these at Joe Peace's comic book show. And over the years, I've been going to Joe Peace's comic book shows for about 10 years. But anyway, this is Gunfighters. I love these Westerns. I love these. This is Gunfighters number 85, 60 cent. It's July. I'll get the year in a minute here. Look at it. Now the covers were pretty good artwork. I mean, the covers were good artwork. But it was, that wasn't bad artwork. July 1984. Here's a feel for the artwork. This is called Fights a Duel in the Sky, Bullseye. You can get a feel for the artwork there. I might have been too critical. It was good artwork. It was not, a Jack Kirby. They didn't have like a Jack Kirby or Bob Kane or Gil Kane. Gil Kane drew Green Lantern. E-Man, I always loved E-Man. I always loved E-Man. It was like this. He wasn't like sure of himself. He was like the superhero that he was insecure. And it's like, I always liked him. This is Charlton, 25 center, number 10, E-Man. This is the blend of Charlton's. E-Man. I always loved this comic book. Let me see what year this is. September 1975. Here's some art. This is fairly representative of the artwork in a Charlton comic book. I think I was a little too rough. They did have good artwork. So this is September 1975. E-Man number 10. I always liked E-Man. I just liked E-Man. The Flintstones with Dino. See, this is the thing. Charlton, it was like a wide array of themes and subjects and all that kind of thing. So we got the Flintstones here. This was a 25 center. His Fred and Dino. They had a whole series. They had first they had the Flintstones. Then they had the Flintstones with Dino, the Flintstones with Pebbles. Then I think Barney and Betty had their own comic book. It was November 1975. I always liked these. That's pretty good. Actually, you know what? I think I was too rough on Charlton. They had pretty decent artwork. I was too rough on them. So Flintstones with Dino, number 13, 25 center. I love Charlton comics books. Attack number 2. Oh. Hold on. Be right back. And so, YouTube friends, Floyd has come out on the back porch to join me. And he's so cute. Right, Floyd? Come out to this. Hey, it's Opie Land. This is rare. I got them both at the same time. You got Opie and Floyd. Hope he wants his little time on the camera too. Floyd, look this way. Hey, Floyd. Floyd. Floyd, say hello to your fans. Floyd. 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 Oh, he's so cute. He's shy. He's very shy. Okay, folks. Back to Charlton. Oh, there he is. Look this way. That's a boy. Okay, folks. Back to Charlton Comics. So, YouTube friends, back to Charlton comic books. It's drizzling out again. Well, it wasn't drizzling before. It was like monsoon rain before. But oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is Attack number 24, 1980, 50 center. October 1980, Attack. Oh, I'll tell you. Our fighting forces in action. There it is. Great, great, great Charlton. This is a 50 center. And let's see. Oh, this is nice. This is, you know what? I was too tough. Charlton they actually had pretty decent artwork. I think that's a B25. Oh, when I was a kid, man, about 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, I must have had 8 or 9 planes hanging from the air from my ceiling in my bedroom. Put them all together. Monogram, Revell, AMT. The only thing with the AMT, Monogram and Revell, like you say, like you had a B25. Well, you would open it up and it would be gray. All the plastic would be gray. But you have to, paint some detail. But AMT would be totally white. So you had to paint everything, So, Outlaws of the West, Charlton Comics, 40 center, Outlaws of the West, number 86. So, whoa, this is actually, I actually like this cover a lot. Look, check this cover out. I like this cover a lot. Outlaws of the West. As I say, Charlton Comics, what a rainbow spectrum of themes. And this is January 1980, 40 center. Check out this artwork. I have to say, it was not Jack Kirby, Gil Kane, Bob Kane, but it was good. It was good artwork. I was too tough on it. Ooh, Battlefield Action number 77. Charlton, they used yellow as a background on their comic books a lot, which I liked a lot. I liked that colorful yellow background. I liked it a lot. From October 19. Hold on, folks. Be right back. Be right back. So, YouTube friends, I'm back. And I was talking about Battlefield Action, October 1982, 60 center. And again, the yellow background. I always liked that. That was like a trademark of Charlton Comics. Here, let me show you some. Ooh, this. You know what? I was too tough on Charlton. They really did have good artwork. They really did. I mean, I love these. I actually bought this 68, June of 68. I just finished my freshman year of high school. But here's the thing. Lincoln Parkers went to, as you were going westbound, well, actually, sort of southbound. It was Tuaco, Montville, Boonton. So Lincoln Parkers went to Boonton High School, and so this is June '68. There was like a little sweet shop in Boonton, and it was like this L-shaped shopping center, and the anchor store was the ShopRite grocery store, and then there was this little sweet shop in the corner, and I forget the name of it, but they were real nice people there. So this is June 1968, 12 center. But they had the comic book spinner rack. So this doesn't really have much of the bend in it. But anyway, this is, I actually even in when I'm a freshman year of high school, I still I'm like Felix Unger with the camera. So anyway, here it is. Hot rods. My uncle Bill, my dad's youngest brother, was a race car driver, and he drove these stock cars at Pine Brook Speedway, and then there was a speedway in Staten Island he raced at, and then somewhere's up in New York State, he raced there. But so I used to go watch Uncle Bill race. So we all did, all the cousins and everything. So I got into hot rod comic books. This is, as I say, number 90, June 1968. You can see the artwork here. This is a story about the Indianapolis type, the Indy 500 race cars. I love that comic book. Now this was the motorcycle magazine comic book, Charlton, World of Wheels, number 17, October 1967. I was just starting my freshman year of high school at Boonton High School. Oh, Boonton, New Jersey. But Boonton is one of the only towns in the United States of America. There is only one Boonton, and it's Boonton, New Jersey. But there's no other state has a town named Boonton. It's really neat. So it's the only town. Boonton is the only Boonton. It's Boonton. It's the only Boonton in the whole United States of America. Well, share little facts. So this was October 1967, starting my freshman year of high school. I am now 14 years old, and I love these motorcycle racing comic books. Let's see. Oh, look at the artwork on that. That's phenomenal artwork. I was too tough on Charlton at first. Now this shows the absolute wide range of subjects and themes of the Charlton comic books. Beetle Bailey. Charlton published Beetle Bailey for a while. This is Beetle Bailey featuring Sarge Snorkel, number 12, 25 center, January 1970. I don't know what that is. I do 19. I really can't see that. Oh man, 19. I'm trying to find like an ad that has. I can't tell the year. I can't. I'm trying to find the 18. Oh man, I gotta get a magnifying glass here. I'm trying to find one with a date or something. It's really 1975. January 1976. Number 12, January 1976. It's pretty funny, I forget this fella's name. He's dreaming about his girlfriend. Beetle's dreaming about his, going to take a nap. And there's Sarge dreaming about a hamburger. It's pretty funny stuff. Sarge Snorkel. That cracked me up. Here's Sarge. If you remember, Sarge had a pet dog named Otto. I love Beetle Bailey. I love Beetle Bailey. And finally, Gunfighters number 76. This is an excellent cover. I like this cover a lot. It's a 60 center, and that was a 25 centers Beetle Bailey. Gunfighters number 76. Here's these. Look at the artwork on that. Gunfighters. Let's see. This is December 1982. And there it is. You know, those always the Texas Rangers. Always like, you know, the good guy, bad guy thing. Getting called out on Front Street to have a duel. Gunfighters number 76, October 1982. 60 center. So, moving right along here. Here. Comic book connection. Big comic book show coming up. Not this weekend, next weekend. So it'll be the Friday and Saturday, April 12th and 13th, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. I'm working totally on memory. But go on Comic Book Connection. Put this in Google. The Comic Book Connection. It'll give you directions. It's on Route 42. If you're coming from the villages, go out on 42 for a while, and you'll see signs on 42. Make the right there, and it's at Joe Peace's house. Yeah, it's kind of like this beautiful estate, you know, like this. He has a lot of land, and it's got a pond on it and everything else. But yeah, this is working with memory. Let's see. I'm like Kreskin. Put in the comments if you remember Kreskin. That guy, Kreskin. April 12th and 13th, Friday and Saturday. Basically next Friday. 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. But go on Comic Book Connection, and that'll give you everything you need to know. So, go on, please. Helps to say please. So please go on Macari. Put in Batman comics in the search for line. Batman comics, Batman comic books, something like that. And then you'll see all the Batman comic books. And when you come across EC Mabey, click on that Batman. And then it'll call up and then hit follow for EC Mabey, and you know, give you our comic book store, you know, internet comic book store. So that's that. Thank you, as always. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. The rain stopped. Glad of that. And this was fun. I get a kick out of doing this. You know, I'm back porch. You know, I'm like Grandpa Walton, you know. Like Grandpa McCoy, Grandpa Walton, you know, in the back porch, you know, reminiscing my old comic books. It's fun. I like it, you know, and I get to share, you know, the covers of my old comic books. It makes my day. You know, what can I say? I don't know. What can I say? So, as always, thank you for watching. So please, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the like button, and also leave comments, please. So, stay happy, stay positive, stay healthy. This is Richard Mabey signing off.